Om Shri Sai Ram. Welcome to everyone to the 7th episode of the Sathya Sai Story. Bhagawan Shri Sathya Sai Baba, our dear Swami, says that the first 16 years of the avataric life was the Leela phase. Leela means divine play or divine sport, and that is what we see in Swami's childhood. The next 16 years belong to the Mahima phase. Mahima means grand miracles, miracles that arouse awe and drop people's jaw, astounding, stupendous miracles. Following that is the 16 years of Upadesh or the divine message. What happens after that? Well, I have not come across Swami stating exactly what is it, but I am sure that after that 16 years, it will be a mix of all the three, Leelas, Mahimas and Upadesh. That is the Swami that most of us got the blessing to witness. Right now in 1947 end and the 1948 beginning in our story, we are bang in the middle of the Mahima phase, and therefore it is not surprising that we come across so many stupendous miracles. And this episode, let me begin by sharing one such miracle. After that, I will share two more such miracles. The first miracle concerns the family of Shri Gumagutta Subbarao and his wife Srimati Tippamma. Now, they are from the town of Bukkapatnam, which is just a few kilometers away from Puttaparthi. They were among the earliest devotees of Baba along with the Yadalam family in Bukkapatnam, and they would provide shelter, courage, solace to all the people who were coming to see Swami, because as we have stated multiple times, the people of Puttaparthi, the people of the nearby towns and villages, they were all very much against Baba, against Swami, and they would harass even the devotees who were coming to see Baba. So that way the Gumagutta Subbarao family is very blessed. They had 7 children, 4 daughters and 3 sons. And initially, Gumagutta Subbarao, a devotee of Radha Krishna, Lord Shri Krishna with Radha, he didn't want to accept this Sai Baba and all that, but an amazing sequence of events and miracles made him believe Swami. That we have already covered when Prem Anush and myself did the Sathya Sai serial. But a quick highlight, a quick recap, of how close this family is to Bhagawan Shri Sathya Sai Baba. Swami would carry the youngest 2 daughters, Padma and Kusuma, on his own shoulders and walk from Puttaparthi to Bukkapatnam. Many evenings when Swami would be feeling very tired, he would just walk late in the night into the home and lie down right beside Gumagutta Subbarao. And this is how close the family is to Swami. In fact, Swami told their family, "You have enjoyed the sweetest sugarcane juice of divinity. Don't worry, nobody in the Gumagutta family will ever have a rebirth." That is the blessing Swami conferred on this family. And it is in that context I am narrating the story of Srimati Nagalakshmi. She was one of the daughters of Gumagutta Subbarao, and though she had many beautiful experiences with Swami, she also used to sing bhajans for Swami. She had an incurable skin disease that tormented her so much, it was torturous for her. It was so torturous that she felt, this Swami doesn't care for me. He is not God. Because if he is God, if he is divine, if he cares for me, why can't he do something for me? So upset she was that she took down all of Swami's pictures from her rooms, and she decided that she never wanted to see Swami again in her life. That is when one night she had a most amazing dream. This story has been shared by Padma, that little sister who used to sit on Swami's shoulder, which I said, and it has been recorded in the book Love is My Form, authored by Dr. Padmanabhan. So in the height of her despair, frustration and irritation, when Srimati Nagalakshmi destroys all photographs of Swami, she even tears the letters that Swami has written to her. Just imagine that. Imagine how upset she must have been. That night when she goes to bed, she has a dream in which her elder sister Satyavati comes and asks her why is she so agitated. She tells her to calm down and does the most unexpected thing. She catches hold of her tongue, pulls it out, and on it writes thrice, Om Shri Sai, Om Shri Sai, Om Shri Sai. And that's it. That's where the dream ends. The next day morning when Srimati Nagalakshmi wakes up, she doesn't feel any much pain, but she continuously is chanting Om Shri Sai, Om Shri Sai, Om Shri Sai, Om Shri Sai. It is as if that name has literally and in every sense been etched in her heart and on her tongue. So she's continuously chanting and doing Namasmarana. Everybody is wonderstruck. Everybody is wondering what happened to her. She was criticizing Swami. She didn't want to even think of Swami. She destroyed every memory associated with Swami. And now she's chanting the Lord's name continuously. Om Shri Sai, Om Shri Sai, Om Shri Sai, Om Shri Sai. What had happened? The Mahima is so fantastic. And we get to know what it is because of the letter that Swami wrote to Satyavati, the elder sister, who was staying back then in Bangalore, in the city of Bangalore. So, the next day, Satyavati receives a letter in which Swami has written that, see, your sister Nagalakshmi was so upset with me, she didn't want to even see my face. I wanted to bless her, but if I had gone in this form, then she would not have seen my face even in her dream. That is why I went in your form. And on her tongue, I wrote the name, Om Shri Sai, the redeeming name. And now she is engaged in Namasmarana. She will have no more rebirth. All her karmas are complete. She will pass away peacefully and with great joy in her heart. Do not worry. And the next day, which was Tulsi Puja day, on that day, Srimati Nagalakshmi passed away just as Swami had written in the letter, and people who were around her say that she was the most peaceful, she had a blissful smile on her face, and till her last breath kept chanting Om Shri Sai, Om Shri Sai, Om Shri Sai. Dear brothers and sisters, this Mahima shows us that Swami's Abhaya Hasta takes care not just of our welfare, it takes care even of our farewell. Swami had said that every member of this Gummagutta family will be redeemed and will not have any more birth. Even when Srimati Nagalakshmi apparently had left Swami, Swami did not leave her. That is the blessing we have got. We may leave Swami, but Swami will never let go of us. Even if we stay away from him in this birth, once if we have told him we are yours, Swami, Swami will forever and ever keep us as his own. I am reminded of the episode where a student had told Swami, Swami, I don't have anybody. You are my mother, you are my father, you are my friend, everything. And Swami had smiled, and Swami used to speak to this boy. And one day when this boy's parents had come to Puttaparthi, he thought since Swami is speaking to him, it will be a good opportunity to ask Swami to grant interview to them. He said, Swami, my parents have come, can you grant an interview? Swami apparently became upset. Swami turned away and stopped speaking to him. He wondered what wrong had he done. When many days later he got an opportunity to converse with Swami, he asked Swami, why are you so upset with me? Swami said, because you lied to me. And he said, Swami, where did I lie? I told you the truth. My parents really have come. Swami said, no, not that. You said that I am your mother, I am your father, I am your everything. Then what mother and father are you speaking about? Whether we take it seriously or not, Swami takes our words seriously. And once we have told him, Swami, we belong to you, whether we like it or not, we belong to him. And I think we should celebrate that. That is the beautiful episode of the merger of Srimati Nagalakshmi. As the new year 1948 dawned, Swami sent out New Year wishes cards to many families, including the Kuppam family. And invariably all those families would start and come up to Puttaparthi, because having seen these writing from Swami, that pull to come to Swami is so strong. But the pull to come to Swami is not just because he writes letters physically. The divine pulls in different ways, as Shirdi Baba would say, like a string is tied to the foot of the sparrow and the sparrow is pulled. Like that, the Lord pulls his devotees. And one royal family got pulled to the lotus feet of Swami in the beginning of 1948, to be precise, on the 8th of January. This is the royal family of the kingdom of Sandur. Now, Sandur is in the northern part of Karnataka, and back then in 1948, when I'm speaking of, it was being ruled by Srimad Yashwantrao Hindurao Ghorpade. Now, this family name Ghorpade is very interesting. It has come because one of their ancestors 350 years back He was an army general in the army of the Marathas, Shivaji, Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj, and his name was Karan Singh. Karan Singh, how did he become a Ghorpade? Because in the capture of the fort of Vishalgarh, Vishalgarh is a fort atop a hill, he came up with a strategy that nobody had ever thought of. The front of the fort was so heavily guarded, there was no way you could capture that fort. But the back of the fort, though not guarded, was impregnable. You just could not climb because the face of the hill was so steep. How can you climb and go there? The ingenious plan was to make use of Ghorpads, or the monitor lizards that have a firm grip even on 90-degree vertical walls. So these Ghorpads would be tied with ropes and sent up, and then using them, the army soldiers climbed up to the fort and captured Vishalgarh. And that is when Karan Singh became Karan Ghorpade, and the family of Ghorpades have come because of the use of the Ghorpad or the monitor lizard. So it is that family for so many hundreds of years they have ruled over there, and they kept the people very happy. They started so many educational institutions, so many other service and social institutions that took care of the welfare of the people. But now, after India had become independent, India was fast heading towards becoming a republic. The kingdom rulers were worried, including the Maharani. What will happen to their kingdom? Will it be swallowed? And what will happen to them? What will be their fate? She used to get dreams of Shirdi Baba in 1947 itself. And she also had dreams of Sathya Sai Baba, though she never saw Sathya Sai Baba. That is when one of her friends, Rajkumari Desraj Aras, she is also from the royal family of Mysore, she telephoned her one day and said, Baba is coming to Bangalore, you should come and have darshan. And that is how the Maharani, along with her father-in-law and son, landed up in Bangalore at this home of the Aras family. And there, as she waited, she had darshan for the first time of Swami. The first darshan itself, she was convinced that this must be divinity. The aura that she felt, the vibrations that she felt, they were tremendous. Swami came straight to her and with his thumb touched her in the middle of the forehead. And there was kumkum, a kumkum dot. And Swami said, Amma, meaning mother, Amma, don't worry about your state. You will support and take care of a kingdom that is 100 times bigger. This is the assurance Swami gave her, and she had tears. She had tears in her eyes because before she could even state what her worry was, Swami had already removed that worry. Then she invited Swami to visit their home in Bangalore. Swami promised that he would do it. He also told her, get the Maharaja and come to Puttaparthi. History will show that Swami's words indeed came true. If we look at the May 1974 issue of the Sanatana Sarathi, we can read about Swami's second visit to Sandur in the March of 1974. There, the Maharaja announces in his public speech, which thousands and thousands of people have attended, he says, Swami had promised me a kingdom that would be 100 times bigger, and indeed his words have come true. The influence of the Sandur family now stretches across India, not just to this small place called Sandur. It even extends to some countries outside India. How? Swami advised him in 1954 to take over a company called Sandur Manganese and Iron Ores. And that company, even to this day, is a listed company in India, and it has more than 55,000 shareholders. It employs more than 4,000-5,000 people directly. That apart, it supports an ecosystem which employs tens of thousands of people. Indeed, Swami's word that he will be ruling a kingdom 100 times larger came true. And this family that had to give up its royal crown did it very gladly in 1949 with happiness, with detachment, with selflessness because of the grace of Bhagawan Sri Sathya Sai Baba. And 5 years later, they took over a company. They have grown that company into such a big company, such a wonderful company, such a good profit-making company, such a socially minded company. And that is the story of the Sandur Manganese and Iron Ores Limited company, as well as the Sandur family's redemption. January 10th, Srimati Vijayamma Garu records in her book Anyatha Sharanam Nasti that everybody from Kuppam, the Kuppam family, came to Swami, and that time a couple of leelas occurred before the Shankranti. The Shankranti is the holy Uttarayanam time festival. Before the Shankranti festival, one day Swami suddenly got up and rushed to the main gate of the Pathamandir. He wanted them to be opened, the gates, and then Swami stood there with his arms stretched out apart, and Swami told all the devotees, none of you should cross my arms because Ganga is coming, Mother Ganga is coming. Mother Ganga? Ganga is the holy river that flows in the north of India. But what does Swami mean Ganga is coming? Before that thought could even get completed in their heads, they could see the surging waters of a river flowing with such fury, such torrential force. They all got frightened. They could see that the river was covering up the trees, the hills, everything. It was rushing with such force. They thought they will just get washed away in the flood. But Swami said, keep calm, relax, nothing will happen, just stay behind my hands, behind my outstretched arms. And then comes Ganga, comes gushing with all force till the lotus feet of our dear Swami and becomes calm at Swami's lotus feet. Swami bends down and touches the water seemed to calm. Now Swami asks all the devotees to fetch kumkum, turmeric, vermilion, chandan, akshata, flowers. He says, let us worship Mother Ganga. The devotees worship Mother Ganga. Swami puts kumkum, haldi, everything into the Ganga. Lest the devotees think that Swami is worshipping Ganga, Swami tells, Ganga, now you must be happy. Now please go back. And then right before their eyes, the waters start receding. They recede with the same pace with which they had arrived, and back to dry land, back to the mountains, back to the trees, back to the buildings. All the submerged things emerge and Ganga is gone. And then when they look at Swami's lotus feet, there's a beautiful garland of large jasmine flowers. Each of those flowers is the size of a rosebud, large. These kind of jasmine flowers are found only in the regions where the Mother Ganga flows. Swami then picks up that garland and gives one flower each to the devotees, who reverentially accept it as prasadam, put it in their hair, and then they realize it is Mother Ganga who had come to worship the lotus feet of Lord Sai Shiva. This was one beautiful Mahima that happened. Another beautiful Mahima recorded by Srimati Vijayamma Garu is when all of them had plucked tulsi leaves to make tulsi garlands for Swami. One day Swami joined them in the garland making, and Swami said, I will give a special prize to anybody who makes a garland that is perfectly my length. It should come from my neck till the tip of my toe. But they are not allowed to measure Swami. So everybody, based on their estimate, is stitching these leaves into garlands. Swami himself makes a garland, and then when he wears that garland, needless to say, that is the only garland that is perfect in size. All other garlands are either short or too long, or they are not the perfect size. Swami had promised a prize of 2 Padanamaskaram. So Swami now says, who can I give Padanamaskaram to? Because I myself won the competition. They are all smiling at this Leela of the Lord. And the next moment, Swami has vanished. Where is Swami? Where is Swami? They are searching for Swami. They are not able to find him. And then the next moment again, Swami appears there. Swami appears there and he asks them to roll all the tulsi garlands into a big ball. They roll it into a ball, and now Swami starts playing with them, throwing the ball. And Vijayamma Garu records how privileged she felt that Swami chose her to play this ball with. So she plays ball with Swami, throwing the ball, throwing here, and she throws it to somebody, they throw it to Swami, and again Swami throws it to her. And then the next moment, she is holding hands with Swami and they're turning around and playing that game. She says it was an evening of exhilaration. 10, 15 minutes, 20 minutes, she had this chance of personally playing with Swami. But then after that, she's feeling so tired. Not just her, everybody else is also feeling very, very tired. How is this possible? Why is everyone else feeling tired? And why is she feeling tired with just 15-20 minutes of games? Then when they see out, they realize it's not just 15-20 minutes, it's already dark. Swami comes and tells them, you have been playing with me for hours. Oh, hours passed as minutes. And then the next amazing revelation. Just as Vijayamma Garu felt that Swami was playing with her, each and every devotee there, each every man, each and every woman, each and every child there has experienced the same, that Swami is playing with him or her or all the time, the whole evening. The concept of time has vanished, the concept of space has vanished, the concept of Swami being one body has also gone. And all these devotees were privileged to witness the Kali Yuga Raasa Leela. We know the story of how Lord Krishna became as many as the Gopikas were there, and in that full moon night danced and played with the Gopikas and the Gopalas through the night. That way, our dear Swami played with his Gopikas and the Gopalas throughout the evening and night, and they had not realized it till afterwards. That is the Lord we live with. Kalayo Vaishnava Mayayo. Is this a dream or is this the Leela of the Lord? Definitely the Leela of the Lord. Dear brothers and sisters, we are so blessed to have such a Swami. And then we come to the 14th of January 1948. The Shankranti day, which is a day of great significance, because it is on this day that Swami laid the foundation stone for Prashanti Nilayam, the abode of supreme peace. I don't want to be hurried in the description of the beautiful events and in sharing the anecdotes and stories of the blessed devotees who got the opportunity to contribute in building this Prashanti Nilayam. Let us keep Prashanti Nilayam for the next episode, episode 8 of the Sathya Sai Story. I do hope, dear viewers and listeners, that you are enjoying this story as much as I am enjoying sharing it, if not more. These stories will redeem us. These stories will take away our focus from all the ephemeral, worldly, transient things to the permanent lotus feet of our Lord. Dear Swami, may the love that we have for you in our hearts keep growing stronger every passing moment. Thank you. Jai Sai Ram.